Welcome to the Word in Focus with Pastor-Teacher Stephen Dickerson. Here's Pastor Stephen with today's teaching.
God seeks those to worship Him in spirit and in truth. The only way that can take place is through what God accomplished in Christ. That we worship through Christ. We worship God through Christ by the Spirit based on what He's done for us. That totally relieves us of any responsibility other than true adoration and worship coming from a heart that is fully aware of what God has done for us in Christ, and that we do not have to glory in the flesh. Here Paul says that we don't, that those who think they're circumcision based on the circumcision, the law of circumcision that was given to Abraham, that was codified, ratified in the law of Moses. But there's no true worship in that. It's after the flesh, it's according to the flesh. But the circumcision is of the Spirit, and the circumcision takes place through what God accomplished in Christ, the breaking of His flesh, the tearing of His flesh, and the pouring out of His blood on the cross. God circumcised us in the Spirit through faith in Christ. And that is a difficult thing for the religious system, whatever the system may be, Christian religious system in particular. That's a difficult thing to embrace. That God accomplished for us. He circumcised us, circumcised our flesh, removed the responsibility of having to please Him through the flesh, through fleshly endeavors, and through faith in Christ by the Spirit. We are circumcised. It's not the natural. It's the circumcision that takes place by the Spirit. And here he's saying in verse 3, for we have the true circumcision who worship in the Spirit of God and glory in Christ Jesus and put no confidence in the flesh. No confidence in the flesh. None. Whatever religious system you worship in, that's fine. It's good to go to church. That's a command. But there's no confidence in that. There's no circumcision in that. There's nothing in that whatsoever that pleases God other than the fact that if it's other than what God has accomplished for us in Christ.
Thank you for joining us on The Word in Focus. You can visit us at thewordinfocus.com for further information. Please consider becoming a partner, helping with the expansion on The Word in Focus. And blessings to you all in Christ.